Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we will be making another DIY tutorial. This will be the first DIY tutorial for this year, and I am currently wearing the top right now. I am here to give you guys some new ideas, some new designs. So make sure that you guys stay tuned for more uploads of our new DIY tutorials for this year. Now before we get started with the tutorial, for those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe. I upload every week, so make sure to subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell down below so that you wouldn't miss any of my new videos. And let's get started with the tutorial. Now to make our top, you will need these. First, we have here the front piece of our top, and as you can see, we have two pieces of fabric because our fabric is quite thin. So for its measurement, as you can see here, we have a U shape. This will be the hole for our halter top. Now over here, this is 1 inch thick, and this is 2 inches apart. That's for the hole. And then here, this is 2.5 inches, the same with this one, 2.5 inches. Now for the top, this is 14 inches long and 20 inches wide over here on the bottom. Now here at the top, this is 19 inches wide. So 19, 20, and 14. Now for the length of our hole, this is 4 inches. So 1 inch, 2 inch, and 4 inches. Moving on to the back portion of our top, we have here 2 panels. So each panel has 2 pieces of fabric, as you can see. So this part, the bottom part over here, this is 10 inches. The same with this one, this is 10 inches wide. And then over here, this is 9 inches wide, 9 inches wide. And here, this is 15.5 inches long. 15.5 inches long. So the length is 15.5. And here, this is also 2.5 inches wide. The same with this one. And as you can see over here, I made a mark. So this is 4 inches. As well on the side, this is 4 inches. So the purpose of these marks is that we're not going to sew these parts together when making the top, because this will be the opening so that when we wear the top, our head can fit in. So moving on, we have here the elastic. This is 25 inches long and 1.5 inch wide. We also have here some chain. This is for the neck later on. And we have here a lock. This is what you call a crab claw lock, I think. Crab claw lock. The first thing we're gonna do here is the back portion of our top. We will be sewing a straight stitch going down from the 4-inch mark over here to here. So the same with the other side, from the 4-inch mark to here. So this is what our top looks like after we have sewed it on together. So this is the right side, like that, and this is the back. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to take our front piece of the top and align it on the bottom over here
And then we are going to sew on a straight stitch on the sides here and here. So over here I already made the first set, and this is what it should look like. This is the sides. As you can see, it is sewed on together. So we're just gonna do that on this other set, and then we are going to sew the two sets together. So once you're done sewing on the top and ironing it flat, it should look something like this. This is right side. This is what it looks like. And then this is the wrong side. This is what it looks like. And so I already ironed this flat. Now what we're gonna do next is we're going to sew on these two pieces together. We're gonna put one piece inside the other, right sides together. So once you've aligned the two pieces together, it should look something like this. This is the front of our top, and as you can see, the other piece of fabric is inside, and this one is the back. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to sew on the edges over here. Just sew on a straight stitch all around the end over here to sew on the two pieces together, and then also the sides here and here, and this U shape over here. We're going to sew these for the front piece of our top. Now for the front piece, we're not going to sew on this part yet, and also here we're going to leave this for later. Now for the back piece, the same with the front. We are also going to sew on the ends over here, the sides for here and here, and earlier we made a slit over here, right? So we're also going to sew these two together. So we're going to make a V. We're going to sew on a straight stitch on these sides. So this is what the top looks like after we have sewn on the two pieces together, and as you can see, I made some minor adjustments. The only part that I sewed on is this one, and I took out this side. So originally it looked something like this, right? So for this part, I left it sewed on and I took out this side because we are going to flip our top right side out. So we have here a gap, a hole, and on the other side we also have a small hole so that we can flip our top right side out. Now for this top, the only place that we didn't sew a straight stitch is for the front piece of our top over here. We didn't sew on the top part over here and over here. The rest we sewed it on. So the U shape over here, the sides, the bottom part, and then the sides over here. This is the back piece, the side, and then the top part, as you can see, we sewed it on as well. And then this is the V for the back. Now we're just going to flip this right side out and then iron it flat, and then we'll move on to the top part over here. But this is what it looks like after we have flipped it right side out and iron it flat. So this is the back of our top. See that? And this is the front, like that. So what we're gonna do now is the top part over here. We're going to connect these two together. So we're going to overlap this to here. This one, as you can see, we are going to put this inside the hole over here. So once you pin it in place, it should look something like this. So this is the front part of our top. Now we're just going to sew it together using a blind stitch, and then we'll move on to the next part. So this is what it should look like after we have sewed it together. So this is the front part of our top. Now what we're gonna do next is the casings for our chain and also for the elastic. So for the chain, this is the back part of our top, as you can see. And I already marked out where I want my casing to be. This is 1/2 inch. We're just going to sew on a straight stitch over here, and then we're going to seam rip the sides over here to make a hole. Also, over here at the bottom, we made the casing for our elastic. This is 1.5 inch thick. One side up to the other side over here. This will be the casing of our elastic. We're just going to sew on a straight stitch as well. So this is what it looks like after we have sewn on the straight stitch. And then this is the other one. This is the casing for our elastic. So what we're gonna do next is we're going to take your elastic, put a pin on one end, and then fish it through the hole from one end to the other. So once you put on the elastic, it should look something like this. Make sure to secure both ends with a pin, and then we are going to sew this shut to secure it in place. So once you've secured it in place, we are now going to sew on the sides together. So we're just going to align the two sides and sew on a straight stitch. So this is what the top looks like after we have sewed it on together. So the next thing we're gonna do with our top is to put on the chain. So we're going to put this chain through this hole on the front of our top, and then we're going to push it through these casings that we made earlier. Once you're done fishing through the chain, make sure to wear the top so that you can adjust the length of your chain, and then mark it in place. And then cut off the excess. So I already marked mine, so I'm going to cut this off. And then, since you're already wearing the top, make sure to adjust the sides as well so that it will fit you nicely. So this is the final look of our top. We have here the hole, and as you can see, it is overlapping like that. And this is the chain for our neckline, and we also have here the lock. We sewed it on, so that's how our lock looks like. And on the sides, we made some minor adjustments as I told you earlier. So that's the sides, and this is the garter of our top. So now we're just going to hand wash this, and then we'll move on to the try on portion of this video. So this is what the top looks like. This is the front, and this is the chain, and over here we have a small hole, and this is overlapping. So that's the design of our top. It's the main design for our top. And then we have the garter over here, this is the side. This is the back.
And that is it for our tutorial, guys. I'm really happy with how this top turned out. Although we did make some few mistakes along the way, it did turn out pretty cute, right? This top is very easy to style. You can wear it to the beach, you can wear it to the mall, to a party or a formal event. If you're going to wear it to the beach, you can just pair it with some shorts and it's gonna be like a fancy crop top for the beach. And then if you're going to a party, you can just pair it with a different bottom, like a fancy skirt. Or if you're going to a formal event, you can wear this under your blazer and suit. So you can pretty much wear this anywhere, guys. And the style of this top is not something that goes out of style. It's really classy, it's really simple and neutral, like kind of like minimalist, classy crop top, something like that. So you'll be wearing this top a lot of times. I'll be wearing this top a lot of times. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and if you do, please hit like. Also hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you wouldn't miss any of my new videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!